Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome to another episode of Mech Mastery Gearhub Edition. Today we're talking about Tier 5 of the Gearhub system and taking a look at which weapon and which mech are the most worthwhile. Stay tuned. Friends, I'm glad you tuned in. Let's start with the mechs. In Tier 5, we have 4 different epic mechs: Redeemer, Aegis, Zephyr, and Cheetah. Redeemer is the fastest among them, with a speed of 29 kilometers per hour. His ability also allows you to shake off debuffs that have been applied to you. However, the biggest downside is that the types of debuffs he can remove depend on his rank. To fully benefit from his ability, the mech needs to be maxed out, and that's expensive. In the Gearhub, you unlock Redeemer at rank 4, but at that rank he can't remove any debuffs yet. It's only at rank 5 that this becomes possible, and even then, he can only shake off stasis effects. Aegis is a bit slower than Redeemer and can't remove debuffs, but he does have a dome shield that not only protects you from debuffs, but also from enemy fire. He has moderate armor and is best suited for mid-range combat. Zephyr is a small support mech with weak armor. His shock pulse applies an EMP debuff to the enemy, rendering them immobile for a few seconds. In the early stages of the game, Zephyr is quite useful and provides good tactical support for team play. Unfortunately, as mentioned, his weak armor makes him very easy to destroy, so he's not suited for direct confrontations. Then we have Cheetah, a mech that can deploy up to 3 mines per ability cycle. These deal moderate damage and can be placed repeatedly. Cheetah's ability more or less forces the player to build him for close combat. But Cheetah isn't actually made for close combat. He's too lightly armored, too slow, and not agile enough. He should ideally be played at mid-range, but that would render his ability almost useless. Because of this, I'd say Cheetah is the least recommendable mech in Tier 5. The winner here is clearly Aegis. His ability is superior to those of Zephyr, Cheetah, and Redeemer. Since he is typically used at mid-range, he is relatively hard to take down, especially if you know how to handle him properly. He's also decently armored and easy to manage. Let's move on to the weapons. Tier 5 includes a wide variety of weapons, and going through all of them would be too much for one video. So instead, we'll focus on the top 3. Third place goes to the Gemini 8. This is a homing weapon that fires 2 different types of rockets. The first rocket applies a 50% weakness effect, meaning the second rocket, which causes a stasis effect, will deal 50% more damage. It also has an extremely short reload time. The only drawback is its unusual projectile trajectory, which takes a lot of practice to master. If you really can't get the hang of the Gemini, the Ember gun is a solid alternative, also very effective, especially in the early game, when mods don't matter as much yet. Second place goes to the Stormrak 8. This weapon fires a burst of rockets that deal splash damage, and a lot of it. It's even viable in the endgame and is considered one of the best weapons in the game. First place goes to the Revoker 8. Revoker has been the best weapon in the game for a while now and is part of the top tier meta. Its reload time depends on your distance to the enemy. The closer you are, the deadlier it becomes. But in this case, the Revoker doesn't win. The best mech in Tier 5 is Aegis. As mentioned earlier, Aegis is played at mid-range, so the Revoker would actually be a poor fit for him. That means the best Tier 5 combination is Aegis with Stormrak 8. This combo allows you to keep enemies at a distance, and by using the Dome Shield in combination with the Stormrak 8, maintain map control and steer the match in your favor. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.